Friends, today's topic is informal economy in India. My lesson plan includes why is it in the news, introduction, characteristics of informal economy, problems of informal economy, government initiatives to address the informal workers, way forward and conclusion. Friends, why it is in the news? According to National Sample Survey Organization 2024, the informal sector in India constitute 73.2% of all workers employed in the non-agricultural sector. Thus, informal sector in India accounts for almost half of the total output of our economy and 3/4 of our employment. According to annual survey of unincorporated enterprises, the informal sector lost 17.5 lakh employment on account of demonetization in 2016, GST rollout in 2017 and COVID-19. Since India is embarking upon the path of higher growth and it wants to achieve the largest economy after USA and China by 2031, it is imperative that the informal sector is formalized in our economy in order to have sustainable growth and development. Now the question arises as to what constitutes informal sector in our economy. Friends, those economic activities which are not regulated under any legal framework are categorized under informal sector. For example, if an economic activity is not regulated by Factories Act of 1948, it means that it is beyond the scope of formal enterprises. But those industries which are covered under industrial survey, they cannot be kept under informal sector. According to National Commission on Unorganized Sector, any household enterprise, whether on the basis of proprietary or partnership, if they employ less than 10 workers, can be called informal sector. Thus, informal sector of an economy is characterized by non-regulation of its activities by legal framework or business regulations. Thus, in India, informal sector includes hawkers, street vendors, repair shops, food stall on the roadside, small and marginal farmers, sharecroppers, tenants, livestock rearers, fishermen and plantation workers in agricultural sector, workers employed in fire cracking factories, PD making industries, roadside dhaba, tea vendors, small factories and workshops, unregistered textile and garment units. All economic activities would come under informal sector. Similarly, small farmers, retailers, shopkeepers, tailors, cobblers, washermen, fitters, mechanics, artisans engaged in making handicrafts, plumbers, carpenters and workers employed in small and cottage industries, they are also categorized under informal sector. Now I switch over to the problems of informal workers. There are various problems. These are low wages, no security of jobs, lack of formal contracts and legal protection, often cash-based transaction with minimum tax contributions, low productivity and poor conditions of work, high vulnerability to economic shocks like COVID-19 or disruption in the supply chain in international trade, war or higher tariffs from developed countries upon developing countries, limited access to credit, lower remuneration to women if compared with men workers. So there is a wide gender inequality. Seasonal employment, for example, agricultural workers are employed only for 6 months. The rest of time they are having no work. And finally, restricted support by government and financial services. Friends, government has taken several initiatives to improve the condition of informal workers. These are Manrega, Mahatma Gandhi National Employment Guarantee Program. This scheme gives guaranteed job to informal workers for 100 days in a year, and government has sanctioned 86,000 crore in this budget of 2025-26. Similarly, National Rural Livelihood Mission focuses upon generating employment and organizing self-help groups among women for self-employment. Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushal Yojana aims at improving skill development among rural workers. The government has also taken steps for financial inclusion by launching Mudra Yojana, PM Swanidhi Yojana 2020, whereby 50,000 rupees are provided to street vendors for restarting their business. Stand Up and Startup India schemes were launched for the employment to SC, ST and women entrepreneurs. Similarly, Government of India started Skill India program in 2015, Digital India program to encourage financial literacy among people and particularly workers employed in informal sector. Government made Code on Social Security 2020 to give security benefits to the workers employed in informal sector. GST composition scheme promotes tax compliance for small businesses. Government has also launched several schemes to give social security to workers employed in informal sectors. Government has launched Atal Pension Scheme to give informal workers annual pension. Under Ayushman Bharat scheme, informal workers would get 5 lakh rupees insurance cover for their treatment. Under Pradhan Mantri's Shram Yogi Man Dhan scheme, every informal worker would be provided 3,000 rupees per month as pension after their retirement. This Shram portal was launched in 2021 to provide social security benefits to workers employed in informal sectors. Now, what is the way forward? Friends, it is necessary to promote formalization of informal sector by simplifying business registration and reducing compliance burdens, encouraging digital inclusion by imparting training in digital payments and business management, providing easy access to credit by giving financial help and loans, improving skill upgradation of informal workers in order to increase their employability, strengthening and expanding social security networks by providing pension, health and insurance coverage. Thus, to conclude, it is necessary that there is a need to formalize informal sector of our economy in order to increase the productivity. Informal sector is necessary because those who are not employed in formal sector can get employment opportunities. The more financial inclusion of informal sector takes place, the more would be beneficial for overall growth of economy. Since India has embarked upon achieving higher growth in the economy, it is essential to formalize informal sector of our economy so that the production and productivity are raised to the optimum level. It is also essential that workers employed in informal sectors are less exploited, have better condition of work and have better security cover for their jobs. So friends, now I concluded my lecture. If you have any suggestion, please give me feedback so that I can improve in the next lecture. Thank you very much.